Saturday, December 5th, 2020, Maneco 64, home of alternative economics and contrarian views. So today we're going to look at a forgotten precious metal, and I think it's starting to show signs that the whole precious metal complex could be starting a big move higher. I know gold and silver have done well this year, but it looks like platinum is just starting to wake up. We're going to look at platinum. We're going to look at the charts and how the cycles coincide. And I think platinum is kind of like silver. It could do even better than gold. I'm not too sure versus silver. It could probably match somewhat silver, but I think silver still has more potential. In terms of acquiring platinum, I have to tell you I don't have any platinum. I do have something that has platinum in it, and I'll talk about it at the end of the video, and it's something that I think people should look into in terms of how can I say, preserving their wealth, maybe for future generations. I think it's a good way to leave some kind of heirloom to your children and grandchildren. I'll talk about that after I finish looking at platinum. And as for acquiring platinum, I just spoke to Oliver Temple of Gold Investments. Well, I sent him a text and asked him, do you deal in platinum? And he said, I do. There is VAT though in platinum, but he's also able to keep platinum bars for clients stored in Switzerland in their name. So allocated platinum storage in Switzerland, he can do that. I have a promo code, of course, with Oliver and Gold Investments. It's Maneco 64. You can get 0.5% discount. And of course, there's also the mining stocks, of course, that are involved in platinum. To be honest, I haven't looked at them yet. Maybe that should be something we look at in the future. And I'm not going to go too much into the uses of platinum, even though platinum has many uses, not just as investment and jewelry, but also in the in industry. So now let's look at platinum and the technical picture. I've got a very long-term chart here. It's a monthly chart. It goes back, well, to the end of 1985, really. And as you can see, platinum was pretty much in a sideways kind of bear market up until the early 2000s, pretty much like gold and silver. And it bottomed, let's see here, around 325 back in 1999, 2000, and then it rallied pretty much actually before gold all the way up to 600, which was a key resistance, as you can see here, from the 80s, and it failed, went back down to 400, back towards the tail end of 2002, and from then on it went on a huge bull market up until, well, March 2008, which also happens to have been when gold topped at 1,000. But platinum went up twice as much. As you can see, it topped above 2,200, and it dropped like gold and silver during the Lehman crisis, but the drop was even bigger. So that's why I'm saying platinum could be an outperformer of gold, but it could also be an underperformer when it corrects. So that's how I think platinum prices have to be looked at, in my opinion. And you can see that it rebounded from just under 800 towards the end of 08, all the way up to, I think, 1920. So it was 1-to-1 versus gold in 2011. It was unable, of course, to match the previous high, and since then it's really been in a bear market, I would say. And back in March, it did pretty much what silver did there, a big drop and like a bear trap, and it's corrected. So as you can see now, it's pretty much breaking some key resistance at $1,000. It closed at 1,057 yesterday. There's still a lot of room on the upside, I would say, for platinum, and I think the move from 2002 and to 2008, so to speak, could be indicative of a future move for platinum. Do I know where it's going to go in terms of prices? No, but I think it could do very well. And I think it's part of the move away from fiat currencies trade, and it's finally confirming it. The move away from paper into real things, into precious metals, is what's going to drive platinum. The industrial side of it could do it as well, even though some might argue that platinum will not be needed as much for catalytic converters for automobiles if people start moving more into electric cars. But I'm sure there will be other uses for all these metals, especially with technology advancing. So if we look at silver, for example, it did rally very well, of course, up to 2008. It corrected, and then its move in 2011 was even bigger. It completely outperformed platinum, of course, but since 2011, it's been pretty much in the same kind of move down and sideways as platinum. And you can see that the silver move higher this year started before platinum, so it looks like platinum is catching up to silver. And I think with also copper doing really well as more of a base metal, it's all confirming the move. And yes, gold and silver have been frustrating in terms of the fiat price in the last few months, but we need to put things into perspective and realize that gold started the year just above $1,500, and we're now around $1,840. So I think we need to be patient, and I think we need to look at all these small signals, and I think platinum is one of them. So I said in the beginning that I have something that has platinum. Well, it's a fountain pen, a Mont Blanc Bohème fountain pen. I still have, of course, the box for it. I've got the warranty here, and I looked at it this morning, and I didn't realize that I bought it in 2003, so it's a long time ago. It feels new to me because yeah, I don't know. It just it's still in very good nick, right? And it's a platinum one, so it's platinum around here, and it's also got a platinum nib. What's the nib? Well, in the fountain pen, that's the nib right there, and that's 14 karat platinum. So I do have some platinum, and I think these pens, Mont Blanc or whatever other kind of brands you're into, are good things to have. They hold their value, a lot like fine watches, I would say. I don't remember exactly what I paid for this pen in 2003. I think it was just over 200 pounds. I'm not sure how much they go for now. I'm not really worried about what they go for now. Hopefully, I'll be able to leave that to my heirs, to my daughter. She's not married, she doesn't have kids, but she could. So that's something that I use still. A lot of times I take notes before I do videos, and I write it down in my notebook with my fountain pen. My dad used to like fountain pens, and he left me a couple of Mont Blancs, and that's why I like the Mont Blanc pen, because my dad had them. He had this big one here. It's called a Meisterstück 149. I think he bought it probably in the mid to late 80s. And this one has got a gold nib on it, 14 karat, as you can see. This one doesn't take a cartridge. These are the cartridges here. I'll show you. I have a few left. There's the little cartridge. It goes into the pen. This one, you have to dip it into the ink well and suck the ink up. There you go. There's the ink well. This one, you can do both. You can use the cartridge or the inkwell. Right now I'm using the inkwell because I don't want to use the cartridges. And my dad left me this one here as well. It's a ballpoint one. It's similar to the Meisterstück, but it's a bit thinner, as you can see. And these pens will last forever. And I think they hold their value versus paper. Of course, they're not as liquid to sell as monetary or precious metals, but it's not something that I would say I'd want to sell. And I guess in this day and age of emails and texts and WhatsApp, all the chatting, you might think, what's the use for fountain pens or ballpoint pens? Well, who knows, if you want to communicate with someone and you don't want the powers that be know, if you don't want them to be able to trace it, why not write it on a piece of paper and post it? And well, you never know as well, if we go into a kind of Mad Max world, light, so to speak, and we can't communicate as normal, I think pens will do just fine. And I think even if people don't use them as much in the future, they could become like a rarity, some kind of antique, rare antique, who knows. But I think it's a good way to preserve some of your savings. And if you're into pens, if you like writing once in a while, my dad, when I was younger, he taught me calligraphy in order to write properly as well. So I guess I get it from him a little bit. So yeah, that's the only platinum I own here in this fountain pen Bohème Mont Blanc. But I'm considering maybe buying a few coins, platinum coins. They do have VAT though, just to let you know. Or maybe I'll start looking at some mining stocks, some companies that do mine platinum. That could be interesting. And as I said, that's for another day. So as you see, the cycles in platinum are very similar to gold and silver. And I think it's kind of like the last piece of the puzzle here for the precious metals. So it's not only encouraging for gold and silver, I would say, but also for platinum. So there you go. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button. Please share it far and wide. Think about subscribing to my channel if you haven't yet. And you can also follow me on Twitter, Parler, and all these other platforms below here. I wish you all a great weekend. Take care. Bye.